Hey, it's Brendan Payne again with Century 21, and I wanted to dive into one of the questions that I get asked all of the time from folks who are typically starting out selling on their own, or maybe they've been selling for a while and they decide to go ahead and interview to find agents. They always have the question of why, when I was selling on my own, why didn't agents want to show my property? And most of the time, their assumption is because they feel like, you know, is every agent out there just trying to get the whole commission? Like, do they not think that 3% is fair? I'm offering 3% if they bring the buyer, and they think that's the reason. And let me make sure that you understand. 3% co-broke in our market is very fair. That's typically what I'm going to get if I sell any listing that's out there for the majority of the time. Now, what the reason that most of the time agents are less likely to show for sale by owner properties is there's three reasons why. One is because there's not any real marketing that's being done to generate incoming buyer leads for the properties. So when I list a property, I'm doing massive amounts of marketing to get the exposure, to create the leads, to get people out there thinking and talking about a property. Now, all those people don't call me, the listing agent. So they call their other agent, they may go through a different website, they go through Zillow, they go through all these different places, but that's because of the marketing that the listing agent should be doing to generate those leads. So if no one's doing the marketing, then the buyers that are out there don't know. There's not as many incoming leads to us as agents, so there's not as many people that know about it that want to see it. That's number one. Number two is, for the most part, as agents, we are really typically working on the inventory that we have. So trying to sell our personal listings, trying to sell our company listings. We actually have a fiduciary duty to try to sell our company listings and our own listings first, and then show everything else that the client wants to see. So again, it's kind of a lack of exposure, because if we don't know about it, or if maybe 15 or 20 of the agents know about it because they're checking on whatever website you're on, or they see maybe it's on, maybe it's even in the MLS, but if nobody's really pushing it, then the likelihood is most of the agents don't know about it. The third reason really just comes down to just purely logistics. And right or wrong, most agents feel like if they are going to go and show a for sale by owner, and they bring the buyer, the unfortunate part is they're the only one with a license involved in the transaction. There's some potential liability there, because they are the only one that really is kind of responsible for how things go, and they might actually be, you know, in a position where they're working for their buyer client, but answering a lot of questions, or put in a position where they're being asked a lot of questions on how's this process work from the seller end. So those three reasons are typically why agents are not showing for sale by owners as much as they would a normal listing that's out there. They have no one to partner with to work with on the other side. They are not getting as many incoming leads, and they're also trying to sell the leads or the listings that they know everything about. They know all the details about, because it's either their listing or something that's in the MLS that they can get questions answered quickly. So hopefully this helps. I hope things are going well for you. If you need anything, questions or concerns or things that you have just wondering about what's going on with the process while you're selling your home, please reach out to me. I'd love to answer anything I can. Thanks a lot.